Okay, let's expand and simplify some double brackets. For some of you, this might be a bit of a recap. For some of you, this might be new knowledge. Okay, relatively straightforward. Surprisingly, huge part of the GCSE. Let's tackle it, shall we? Okay, now you've done things before where you've expanded single brackets. You've definitely done that, where you've done 3 times x to get 3x, and 3 times 2 to get 6, and so on. If you can do that, you can do this, except there's just an extra little step where instead of expanding by one thing, you're expanded by 2 things. Okay, right, so first of all, you've got to do x times whatever's on in this bracket. Okay, so let's start with x times x, which is x squared, and x times 9, which is 9x. Okay, that one, we don't have to worry about that one anymore. Then we do 7 times x, 7x, and then 7 times 9, which is 63. That's the expand part. Now we simplify it, okay? That's the only x squared, so it just stays as x squared. We've got a 9x and a 7x, so we can simplify them together, add them together to get 16x, okay? Then we've just got a number on its own, that stays as 63, okay? Next up, this one has got a negative in it. Just got to treat it like a normal number, okay? X times x, x squared, x times 11, 11x, minus 3 times x, remember it's minus 3 times x, is minus 3x, minus 3 times 11, negative times a positive is a negative 33, okay? X squared stays the same. We've got a 11x there and a minus 3x there. That means together they make 8x, and then we've got the minus 33 at the end. Okay, so remember, expand by the first bit, so that times by both of those, then it's that times by both of those. Once you've got that in a row, you can then simplify it by adding the x's together. Okay, hopefully that bit is straightforward enough for you to pause the video here and have a go at these questions before I run through them. Okay, right, answers. So, expand this one, x times x, x squared, x times 5, 5x, and then we've got 4 times x is 4x, 4 times 5 is 20, okay? Then that should come out as x squared plus 5x and 4x is 9x plus 20. Expanded, simplified, okay? This one I'm just going to go straight to the answer. X times x, x squared, 7x, 3x is going to be 10x, and then we're going to have 21 as well. Okay, this one I'm going to slow down a little bit because there is a negative there. Okay, x times x is x squared, x times 6 is 6x, minus 4 times x is minus 4x, minus 4 times 6 is minus 24, plus 6x minus 4x gives us 2x. Minus 24 at the end. X times x, x squared. That's done. X times minus 8 is minus 8x. Minus 9 times x is minus 9x. Minus 9 times minus 8, negative times negative is a positive. Gives you plus 72. Had to think about that just then. Simplify it. Minus 8x minus 9x comes out as minus 17x. Okay, doesn't come out as minus 1x or anything like that. All right, remember, minus 8x, take away 9x, you go more negative, it goes down to minus 17x, and the plus 72 stays the same. Okay, right, let's go on to some slightly harder ones. Okay, these ones aren't just x's. All right, x squared times x. Expand it as before. X squared times x is x cubed, and x squared times 2 is 2x squared. 1 times x is x, and 1 times 2, believe it or not, is 2. Can this be simplified? No, it can't, because we've got an x cubed, an x squared, an x, and a number on its own. We cannot directly add those together. That stays as it is. That is fully simplified. That is our answer. Okay? Next up, some of you might jump straight into it and think, oh, it's x squared minus 64. No. Okay? slow things down. Remember, this squared means times by itself. So let's write it in a different way. So let's write it as x minus 8 times by itself, x minus 8. Okay? Do this step. Make sure that you don't make that mistake. Make any mistakes here. X times x, x squared. X times minus 8, minus 8x. Another minus 8x, and then negative times a negative is a positive. It's actually plus 64. So, final answer will be x squared minus 16x plus 64. Okay, make sure you're not making a mistake. Make sure you're doing this extra little step to make sure you're not making any mistakes there. Okay, and last one, we've got x's and y's in this one. Right, x times x, x squared, x times minus y, is minus xy or yx, either way doesn't matter. Y times x. Now, if I write this in a certain way, people get confused. If I write it as plus yx, people often get confused. If you keep it alphabetical, you won't get as confused, okay? Y times x, I'm going to write as xy. You'll see why in a second, okay? And the last bit, y times minus y is minus y squared, okay? Now we can actually simplify this one. X squared, that's our only x squared. We can't simplify that. We've got a minus xy and we've got a plus xy. Minus xy plus xy, they cancel out. It becomes 0, okay? So that and that stays the same. So this actually just comes out as x squared minus y squared. Okay, quite a weird one, that one, but it does actually come out at the end, okay? Right, I'm just going to pause the video for just a second so I can make up some questions for you. Okay, here's some harder questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video now, and then I'll go through the answers. Okay, right, so what you got to do here on this one, x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times minus 3 is minus 3x squared. Did I say x cubed? I meant x squared. Then 7 times x, 7x. And then 7 times minus 3 is minus 21. That can't be simplified. We've got a cubed, a square, an x, and a number on its own. Can't be done, okay? This one, again, I'm going to rewrite it as x plus 14 bracket, x plus 14 bracket. Okay, apologies for my handwriting. My handwriting does get messy when it's small. X times x, x squared, x times 14, 14x, 14 times x, 14x. 14 times 14 is 196. Yep. Simplify it, we'll get x squared plus 28x plus 196. Okay. This one, x times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. Y times x is xy. I'm keeping it alphabetical. And y times 1 is y. That can't be simplified because we've got an x squared, an x, two of them joined together, and a y on its own. Okay, next one. Ooh, right, x squared times x cubed. Remember, laws of indices, you add the powers, becomes x to the power of 5. X squared times 1, it's just x squared. X times x cubed, remember laws of indices, that's x to the power of 1. That becomes x to the power of 4, and then x times 1 is just x. So x to the power of 5 plus x squared plus x to the power of 4 plus x. This can't be simplified, okay? So that stays as is, okay? Hope this wasn't too difficult, okay? Any issues, please send me a message on Show My Homework, Satchel1, whatever you want to call it. I hope this helps. Thank you very much.